Yo, this is Steelo. You're listening to the Rose Above It podcast. Lock in.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to episode 4 of Rose Above It podcast. It's your boy T Rose.
That was me. What's up? It's Philly.
It's your boy Live. What's up?
Yo, it's fitting that it's 80 degrees outside because I got the fitness guru, Steelo, with us.
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Yo, of course, man. Thanks for being here, brother.
Appreciate it.
I see you came in correct with the wife beater like I assumed.
You feel me? Anything above 85, we flexing out here.
Yeah, see, man, that's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get to that point where I could flex with you, man.
Yes, sir.
Yo, so how's business right now? How's your clientele looking?
Clientele is going good. Everybody's private. I have private clients right now. In about a month, in the beginning of June, I'm going to start holding boot camps in Mount Vernon and on 242nd Street, Van Cortlandt Park. So look out for that. I'm trying to have everybody there. Bring your daughters, bring your brothers, bring your sisters, bring your moms. I'm trying to make the family
work.
Don't bring none of them. Y'all don't, trust me. Don't bring your daughters. Don't bring your moms. Trust me.
Please don't.
Nah, man. So, man, it's crazy because health in America right now is crazy, man. There's a lot of fat people.
Yes.
In this world. America's a fat place.
Can we say like obese or something?
We can say obese. There's a lot of obesity.
Statistically, 60 to 70% of all Americans are considered overweight.
See,
Overweight.
Overweight.
It's better than fat.
Yes.
Yo,
Kanye didn't like when they called him fat.
who doesn't like fat?
Kanye didn't like when they called him fat.
Man, fuck Kanye. I don't care. Kanye's fat, man. He's fat. He was fat.
Kanye's pudgy.
He got
He's
lipo.
pudgy.
Anyway, yo, so Steve, why don't you think people work out on a regular?
It really comes down to ritual and discipline. Nobody really puts in the dedication to make it past that first month, the first 2 months. Once you get past those first 8 weeks, I guarantee you everything shifts. Your mind, your body all adjusts to a more demanding lifestyle. And your body and your mind literally just adapts to everything. So it's just like the first month that people got to get through. It's an adjustment that people gotta work through, but that's why support systems are so important, you know? That's why expressing your goals to your family members and having their support is so important. That way, if you guys live with your parents and they're cooking shitty foods, if you're not communicating that you're trying to make a difference, they're gonna keep cooking these shitty foods.
Yeah.
So you guys got to be on the same page.
Yeah, and it's scary.
It's kind of like a lifestyle.
Absolutely.
You gotta like start a whole new lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's a complete lifestyle.
It's a culture shock, man.
Hell yeah.
Especially when you're used to eating like oxtail, mac and cheese.
That cultural food.
Yeah. So how do you also do nutrition and stuff, or is it just like you just do workouts?
The past 3 years, I've been studying nutrition, and I'm currently working on a certification so I can make meal plans for people. A lot of people don't know that trainers aren't supposed to make meal plans for people unless they have the specific certification, because somebody can be allergic to something. You can recommend something to them, and they can die of an allergic reaction.
Can you just give some examples real quick?
Shrimp. A lot of people are low-key.
I love shrimp.
A lot of people are low-key allergic to shrimp. So if you're telling somebody, yo, lay off land animals and eat seafood more often for your protein, so start eating more shrimp, and if that person's allergic to it, they can have an allergic reaction to it and be hospitalized.
Oh, so let me ask you a question. So shrimp can give you protein, correct?
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with eating shrimp. There's no fat or nothing really that come with it?
All seafood has mercury in it. The ocean water has mercury in it, so eating seafood in excess can oversaturate your body with mercury. So that's why balance is so important. So if you do go pescatarian, for those who want to just go pescatarian and leave seafood,
key.
make balance, right?
Yeah, because it's you ever watched? I watched the documentary before. What the Health? You ever watched it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, so because they tell you like certain things. Like, people will recommend you, eat salmon, eat a lot of salmon, eat a lot of tuna fish, eat a lot of stuff like that. And that stuff, like, kills you.
Yeah.
If you eat too much of it. Like, do you recommend people go vegan?
I do recommend veganism, but you just got to be educated when you jump into it, because you can deplete your body of a lot of nutrients.
Yeah, I had a friend that went vegan and she got really, really sick. I had actually 2 people I know that went all vegan and got sick. It didn't work for them.
So you can't do a cold turkey? That's not the way to go?
If you're going to go cold turkey, just have a certified nutritionist create a meal plan for you. That way, you know exactly what's going inside your body.
All right, so I have a question, right? How do I live my best MILF life? Because I'm trying to get rid of this stomach fat. So
Did you say MILF?
yes,
Right.
my best MILF life. Yes. So how do you get rid
God,
of?
you're a mother.
Yes,
Yo,
I
shout
am.
out to Philly for being a young, beautiful mother.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So stomach fat. What do you recommend?
All right, so with stomach fat, you got to be very conscientious of carbohydrates, complex carbs in particular. So white rice doesn't work well with that goal. If you're trying to lose stomach fat, white rice and white bread is the op. That is the enemy.
Okay.
Yes. So stay away from that, and just replace that with vegetables.
What about quinoa?
Quinoa is awesome.
Okay. I like quinoa.
Quinoa is the shit. Sweet potatoes is awesome too. If we're talking carbs,
Oh, I love sweet potatoes. They are so dope. Do not sleep on sweet potatoes. Please
do
don't.
not sleep on sweet potatoes.
You ever train any like professional athletes or anything like that yet?
Not professional, but I've trained collegiate level athletes, and I've trained fighters too. I trained this one kid about a year ago who was training to be in the UFC, and now he moved to PA, and he's in a training camp to be inside the UFC. Shout out Joel. Keep grinding.
Oh, son, how was that like? Is it like, I know they are like super strict when it comes to diet and stuff. Like, is that type of client something more like you like someone you're more inclined to like train, or would you rather just take like a regular person on the street?
With me, I just love the process of transformation. So I'm open to train anybody. But the great and fun thing about training athletes is that they already have the discipline instilled in them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that makes it a whole lot easier to train them. And I learn new things from athletes. So I'm not a fighter, but he taught me how to throw a left and a right hook.
That's what's up.
But let me ask you a question, bro, because, I'm going to talk, coming from me, I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of lazy, you know what I'm saying? Like that workout thing, it's all cute and all.
Yeah.
But, my schedule is type strict right now.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with a lazy client?
So what I usually do before I even take on a client is analyze their intent. Intent is very important to me. So if I sit down with a client and assess them and ask them a series of questions, and I ask them, so why do you want to start working out with me? If the answer ain't right, I'm going to refer them to another trainer. You know what I'm saying? Because I want the answer to be, well, I want to make drastic lifestyle decisions for my daughter or for my health. I don't want, I want to try to look good for the summer. Because those are temporary goals.
Yeah.
When September comes, it's over.
Yeah, you're gonna eat whatever you want. You're gonna eat like shit.
Yeah, so it's all about motive. That's how I take on my clients. But for those who have issues getting inside the gym, you got to find an activity that makes you move around that's just fun to you. Like, for example, my mother, she's 53 now, but she stays in shape through dance, through salsa. You know what I'm saying? 2 to 3 times a week, she's taking, like, salsa classes.
I think I'm taking some salsa classes. I think that's
You
dope.
do that, Shaq. Take some salsa classes.
Yo, I used to say Zumba wasn't a real exercise.
You tried it?
Yeah. Changed it.
It's a real exercise.
How that went for you, Trev?
It didn't go well. I never went back. It went one and done. I was sweating like I was playing ball. So that wasn't for me. That wasn't it wasn't sexy. It wasn't manly for me. I'm in the back of the class, back there looking like I'm twerking and sweating. No good.
Yeah, I never tried Zumba either. It's not really my speed. Not at all.
No? So, what made you want to become a trainer?
Well, I graduated from high school, and I went to school for criminal justice, and studying the law just wasn't for me. So working out was something I've been doing since high school, low-key. So I got a job at PF right after high school, and I got to work out for free, and that's where I fell in love with just fitness in general. I was a front desk clerk for about a month, started working out every day. I was like, nah, this is what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? I started going home, reading about it every day, and it just became second nature to me. It became fun to me.
Shout out to the front desk associates. I used to do that too. So.
Yeah.
PF?
Word.
New York Sports Club, baby.
New York Sports Club. Shout out New York Sports Club.
So are you doing fitness and training full time?
I'm doing it part-time. I usually dedicate about 5 hours a day to sessions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. 5 hours. 5 hours a day.
To training sessions, not for my own personal training, for me to train other people.
All right, so explain to me your own personal training. Like, how do you, do you work out every day? Do you, how do you actually, what's your schedule?
For me, I like doing 3 days straight and then taking a rest day. Then doing another 3 days and then taking a rest day. That way I don't exhaust my body and I stay consistent. And that fourth day of relaxation just feels so great. So when that day is over, you just replenish and you're ready to go for that fifth day.
Is it true the days that you take off is the days when you're actually building muscle? That's what somebody told me before.
Absolutely. Recovery is so important. When it comes to fitness, you got to keep 3 things in mind. That's nutrition, exercise, however you want to get your exercise done, and recovery. Recovery being sleep, being Epsom salt baths. Like if you're sore, you can take an Epsom salt bath and those minerals will seep through your flesh and the magnesium in it will alleviate soreness. So like yoga, that's another form of recovery, and it's an exercise in itself that elongates your limbs and stuff like that.
Yeah. I sweat a lot when I stretch, so I know yoga is definitely tough.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I know it. Like, so what other forms of recovery are there? Like, would getting a massage count as like a...
Absolutely. Getting a massage decompresses the air pressure in your spine. And a lot of people have back problems because, you know, the way they sleep or the way they exercise. So massaging definitely is a form of recovery.
What age are kids, like, would you say recommend kids start working out? Because there's some like high school athletes that some of them are like 9th grade and they trying to lift crazy amounts of weight to make it on the football team or the basketball team.
Yeah.
And it's like I always thought like, man, that's kind of young. You don't want to start until I felt like 11th, 12th grade.
Yeah.
You think like what age would you recommend?
I would recommend 11th to 12th grade.
Same thing?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I'm a fitness guru, man. I know what I'm talking. I know what the hell I'm doing.
Definitely. That's when the body starts producing testosterone in males.
Uh-huh.
So that strength that they develop at that age, that energy, it has to go somewhere. So
Okay.
Question.
Yeah.
Is it possible to eat what you want to eat and also stay healthy at the same time?
you can eat whatever you want to eat and look good. Like Chad Ochocinco, y'all probably know who he is.
Yeah, that's my
he eats
guy.
like shit. Like he literally glorifies McDonald's on his Instagram, and he looks good. But if he keeps up that routine for 10 years, he could still look good. 10 years down the line, he's gonna have some type of internal organ deficiency somehow. Cholesterol buildup, high blood pressure, something. So you could look good and eat like shit, but it's gonna catch up with you eventually.
Got you.
Word.
You think do you think what you eat goes into your mental health?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you think Kanye needs to start drinking water and eating more vegetables?
Definitely. yeah.
Because what he's been talking about lately, he's been having too much donuts.
There's nothing wrong with Kanye.
There's something-
I just want to put that out there. But
Explain.
Let's talk about Kanye.
oh man, let's not talk about Kanye.
No, let's talk.
'Cause I'm tired of talking about Kanye. I mean, I'm just tired. I'm tired. I'm exhausted of talking about Kanye.
So
You know, if his opinion is his opinion, then let it stay his opinion.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep walking and living the next day.
Yeah.
But some people just hear Kanye's opinion and they just want to be like, you know what? I'm gonna talk about Kanye this whole week until I get over it.
Well, I definitely think he said some interesting stuff that deserved to have a conversation that may just last the whole week. So, you mind expressing how you feel, Shaq, for the podcast?
Oh man.
One time for the
You know
one
what's
time?
crazy? All right, let me. I'm gonna make this brief. I know it's crazy. I was currently writing a blog about this. What Kanye said, I don't agree. Let's put down paper. I don't agree with what he's saying.
that slavery was an option?
That was outrageous. I don't know what drugs he was on. I don't know if he was high because but.
He's eating too much sweets. He ain't had no vegetables.
Yeah, I guess so. Because he said he's not trying to look like Rob. But either way, I'm going to make this brief. I just feel like, his opinion is his opinion. If he want to be friends with Trump, you have people outside right now that's walking and can be low-key Trump supporters. Like, my opinion is my opinion. And his opinion is his opinion. That's all that matters. He's a celebrity. He's, like a role model. But I don't look at Kanye as a role model. I look at him as an artist. And he's a rapper and an artist. If he has a certain opinion, then so be it. But I have my own opinion. I know what's right and what's wrong.
But that's you, bro. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of young people that do not they don't have their own minds. They look at Kanye and they say what Kanye say is God.
Yeah.
What he says is the Lord. So when you walking around and you talking all the not just going for Trump, fine. If that's what you do, that's what you do. But when you go around saying that racism isn't real and slavery was a choice, like that's, to me, that's ignorance. If I support you, which is why Kanye, I'm not streaming your music. I will not stream it. You're not getting any music any money from me once again. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna say this every week until you apologize or something, because what you're doing is blasphemous. You are Uncle Tom, and I can't stand you.
Hold on, time out. He said, hold on. But Kanye said he don't agree with what Trump is saying. That's the crazy part. Yesterday in the interview, I watched the interview.
Yeah.
He
The one with
said
Charlemagne?
he don't. He said he don't agree what Trump is doing or saying. That's bottom line.
But you can't say that and wear a MAGA hat.
Hold on, let me ask Philly. Philly, what's your take on this, love?
I like how you always ask me my opinion.
'Cause
You always show me love. You see that, right?
Because Philly, your advice and what you say, I really embrace it.
I appreciate
Because
that.
Trifton, sometimes, Trifton he's really blasphemy. He really is. But
All right, so
Philly, what's up?
I was reading a dialogue on Facebook with a couple of people that I know, and it was interesting that somebody was like, all right, we don't agree with what Kanye's saying, and someone was like, I agree 100%. And I was really shocked at that person, and he is comparing it to what Bob Marley talks about, like, mental slavery. But I kind of feel like all artists, you have a platform, and you guys are influencers. So people are going to be listening to you, like you just said. They're going to want to do what you do. And at the same time, I kind of feel like, they were talking about it on the radio, like there were so many other slaves that went and did rebel and did try, but they were owned. Yeah. What did you want them to do? Did you want them to, like, some slaves were in the fields, in the families, like, it's just not, it doesn't make sense. What he's saying does not make sense at all. And I think he has mental health issues, 100%. I don't know what's going on with him, but it's just not right. You can't be saying stuff like that.
Steve, what he needs to do is hire you so you can go over there and give him
up a little bit, right?
Yeah. He needs to work out. He needs to get some feel-good foods, like some superfoods like kale, and get his shit right, because he ain't thinking clearly.
Nah.
He's definitely not.
Kanye's in a bubble right now. They say he's in a sunken place. That's exactly where he's at.
You think so?
Absolutely.
But if you listen to Kanye's first 3 albums, he was an activist. You don't make that transformation overnight. This is a deterioration of his mentality, bro. He's sick.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do we still have black on black crime?
Absolutely.
Do we still have black people talking about black people every day?
Yeah.
All right. Let me say this. Trif, did you look at Kanye like he was Superman?
No.
Philly, did you look at Kanye like he's Superman?
I mean, Kanye, that was my favorite artist up until this point. 100%. We used to be in your house watching Kanye videos.
That's a fact.
Like singing word for word.
Kanye stands.
Kanye crazy fans. You feel me? Like, and it's like, to this point, I can't knock him no more. And it's crazy. Like, I feel like it's emotional for me because this was someone I definitely did look up to.
Okay. I respect that. Like me, I don't look at artists and rappers like they're superheroes. Let's say that. I like their music, guarantee. But I respect people's opinions. But I don't respect him, saying like, oh yeah, like, slavery, because I was outraged. I definitely was just like, yo, like, I'm not listening to him. But it's just like respecting. I don't respect his opinion, but you gotta realize he's also a human being that has point of views too. Just like
yes,
how,
but I think, I'm sorry to cut you off, but thank you. But they were talking about it. There's opinions and then there's facts. And I feel like he's stating the wrong facts. And that's something that you don't do. When you're in the limelight and you got a platform, if you're going to speak on something, at least do some research first. Because it's like, yeah, maybe I feel like we didn't, if we have a choice at any point as brown and black people, we have a choice now to stand up now and do some protesting and doing some things that we could start trying to change our laws and our constitution. Like, we're still being run under a government that's not for us. Like, the government was made to keep us down. So it's kind of like, for him to say that slavery was a choice is for him to say, like, that we're choosing to be systematically oppressed. The system is still not made for us. We're making all these progressive changes in our laws and the way we speak and all these things or whatnot, but yet we're still not going to the root of the issue, which is all these documents that were written and signed by all these white folks that still aren't being changed. So we're doing all this changing here, but we're not doing the change where it needs to be. So I feel like, yes, one thing we can do to not be mentally enslaved is to start opening some more black and brown businesses, all owned black banks, and we do lending and stuff like that. But I just feel like as long as the institutions are not writing us in their plan, then we will always be slaves. Like, we're slaves right now. If y'all watch the 13th, like, we're slaves right now.
Steve, let me ask you a question.
Yep.
What's your take on mental health? Like, being that, like, you have people that's, like, going through that right now that's actually, some of the symptoms is, like, overeating or, also, taking a certain amount of drugs.
Or speaking out like how Italian does. Like craziness.
What's your take on mental health, bro?
I feel like mental health is something that we got to cater to as much as we cater to our physical health. There's ways of going about it. I mean, when I was in middle school, I had mental health issues very young. And I saw a therapist for about 2 years, low key. And those, from age 12 to 14, I saw a therapist, and those 2 years literally transformed my way of thinking. It made me a very positive person. It made me able to deal with my issues and address them when they occurred instead of burying them. I feel like a lot of mental health issues comes from suppressing. And after suppressment, what happens? We got to find a way to cope with our issues. So that's when we turn to fucked up foods and drugs and shit like that. So I feel like just getting it out, having a support system again, and having somebody to talk to is the first step to dealing with your mental health. You know what I mean?
And
Yeah,
it
Drake needs you.
Mental Health Awareness Month. Yes, it is. Yes, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And it's crazy because usually when you are brown and black people living in inner city communities, we all have mental health issues. 100%.
Yep.
And mental health, it affects the way we we deal with people. It affects the way we think. It affects the way we communicate. It affects how we run our lives.
It's funny though, because in our community, like, we look at therapy like, oh, if somebody go to therapy, they crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like, why is that? Why is it that we're, like, so ashamed of therapy?
I feel like it's a stigma that we built within our own community. White people don't view it that way.
Not at all. They go on a regular, a lot of them.
They children in therapy from like 5.
Yeah. So I feel like it's a cultural thing. I feel like it starts off in the household with dad saying, yo, hold your shit together.
Yep.
If there's an issue,
Be
be
a
a man.
man.
You know what I'm saying? So it really starts off very young. So you got to attack the root of it, right?
Yeah, so,
And then
go ahead.
I've been talking. I'll share the mic.
Oh yeah, about time. Pass the damn mic. Now, Steve, have you ever dealt with anybody who had mental issues that you had to train?
No. Nah. I had people that had low self-esteem, which made the workouts a little bit harder because they would become discouraged if I put them through a set and they couldn't finish it. So when that happens, I would have to just be patient with them, counsel them and encourage them. So a lot of the times, being a personal trainer, you got to be some type of therapist. You got to be a good listener to be a personal trainer, because you're dealing with people who are looking to build themselves up, and you're the advocate.
Yeah.
You're partnering up with them to build their spirit and their physicality up. So I've dealt with it on that type of level.
Yeah, it's got to be like a tough field, especially when you have your own problems,
Yeah.
and you got to listen to Because it's like you are a therapist as you're the trainer at the same time.
That's right.
So I know it's got to be a rough field to be in.
Yeah.
You know,
It's a little challenging, but I love it.
Steve, you need to train Drake. Instead of Kanye, just go tell Drake, you know, get his mental right. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask.
Drizzy?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Drizzy?
Yeah, he's not there all the way in the head, but you know,
Shaq, but you think Tekashi is? That's what makes no
Right.
sense. You like Tekashi 6ix9ine. How are you talking this right now?
How old are you, Shaq?
19. Damn child.
Tekashi don't make music for us, bro.
thank you, Triff. You know, I do look young, you know, but yeah. First and foremost, I think Tekashi 6ix9ine music is good, but I just think Drake.
Oh my God.
I think Drake needs some, you know, mental, you know, some healing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Tekashi is terrible. I just want you to know that. He's a terrible artist. Yo, but Steve,
Yo.
how can the people find you, man?
Find me on Instagram at Free Smoke, FR3ESSMOKE. Find me on IG. I'm posting motivational shit every day.
Yo,
what's
yeah,
up.
you do. And how important is that to you that you keep motivating? Even though people aren't your clients, like followers. Like there's times I'll wake up and I'll be like, I don't feel like getting through the day. And you'll post something and I'll see it. And I'll be like, you know what? Let me get up and keep pushing. How important is that for you to post every morning and motivate the people?
It's very important because the love that I give out always comes back. You know what I'm saying? The energy that I put out always comes back. So it's a cycle and it keeps me going. So it's very important to me. I wake up and that's my mission, to just empower so I can be empowered.
I love that. I'm gonna have to quote that. Yo, Philly, what's going on in the gallery?
So right now we still have Clayworks, and it's interesting because from the time we started with Clayworks being here as the exhibition, and Clayworks is finished May 16th, so we have a closing reception. You know, the wine and the cheese, you get to meet the artists, come through for that. And every Saturday they do children workshops. So May 12th is the kaleidoscopes workshop. So we're going to be learning how to do kaleidoscopes with like everyday materials. And you can find everything else that Blue Door is doing at bluedoorartcenter.org. 13 Riverdale.
13 Riverdale. Shout out to Blue Door. Shout out to Damn Dens and my man PJ the Prodigy on the camera work. And Suave walked in. Suave. What up, man?
Spicy.
Yeah, so Steelo, thank you for being here, my brother.
It's been a pleasure.
I appreciate you guys. I want to leave everybody with one reminder. If not today, then when?
Ooh.
That's it.
Yeah, tomorrow ain't promised today. I like that. I like that. Oh wait, before we go off, because you damn, that was good. I should have just ended it like that.
Launch party? What are we talking about?
No, I just wanted to let let the people know that you are not extra expensive.
Yes, I'm not extra expensive. I'm in the hood. I'm in Mount Vernon. I'm in Yonkers. I'm in the Bronx. I'm not trying to hit people in the head. My rates are good. The group classes are coming. $5 a head per class. You can't beat that.
And maybe,
no, you can't beat that.
And maybe for the launch party, we
That's
could
great.
talk Steve into giving a complimentary personal training
Ooh,
like
raffle.
a discount.
Absolutely.
Raffle. So yeah, I could get it to him, all right?
I'm with that.
Wait, so is there anything that you rose above? I took your line, Tripp.
Thank you.
What is something that you rose above?
Procrastination.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I rose above procrastination, saying that, tomorrow's the day. Like I said, today's the day. So just keep in mind, procrastination is
Killer.
a killer.
Word. Yep, and that's episode 4 of Rose Above It podcast. Shout out till next week, all right?
Motivation. My face is buried somewhere beneath the town until it's paid for. Strawberry season, my sweetheart is coming around. That's what it's raining for. How did you find me here? Must be perfect time. If I didn't, motivation. My face is buried somewhere beneath the town until it's paid for. Strawberry season, my sweetheart is coming around.